Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we got Dan over there in the booth. Say hi to the people, Dan.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Everybody.
Dan's going to be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure you tag at SCG Tour so he can see and send his favorites over to us. As always, we were brought to you by Star City Games and Carnox Gaming Chairs. You can get 10% off one of these if you go to carnox.com/SCG. And you can be really comfortable, unlike Dan, who is still sitting in a nail-infested stool.
It's really just horrible that they keep doing that to him.
I know. They must pay him really well.
Yeah. Dan, who did you piss off?
I don't know. I don't feel the pain right now because I don't know if you guys saw from yesterday, but our VNR announcement just got pushed up.
Yeah. Does that make you feel good?
All 113 people that voted in our straw poll last night, we helped make a difference.
It's a good point. That definitely leads to some speculation.
I don't know.
We're going to find out.
Yeah, we'll find out then. We'll figure that out then. For now, we are playing some Modern. So
Yes.
I doubt we'll see ban and restricted updates for Modern.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. But if we do, it'll probably involve some of the cards in Corey's decks today because you have quite the theme going.
Yes. So I am going to be playing today kind of the past, the present, and the future of different Urza High Artificer decks that have been played in the last, well, since it's printed, basically.
Yeah.
Since Hogak went away, Urza's went through quite a transformation week in and week out, mostly thanks to Piotr Glukowski Canister. He's been pretty much breaking his own deck every time, but I'm going to be playing the 4-color Urza, which is kind of the original deck list, and then kind of move to like the Paradoxical Outcome Urza, which is kind of what we're in now, and then shift into Jeskai Ascendancy Urza, which I would say is the future that we're going to. So a little bit of the ghost of Urza's past here.
Yes. So we are going to put Urza to the test, played against some of the more successful decks from last weekend at the Team Constructed Open.
Yes.
I'm going to be starting with Azorius Control. This list actually is not from the Open. I believe it is from the Modern Challenge.
Okay.
But I wanted to highlight this because I've seen after Stoneforge Mystic was unbanned, we saw a lot of Azorius Blade decks, sometimes with a third color in there, but base Azorius. And recently we've seen a return back to just normal Azorius Control.
Okay.
So it seems like maybe, the Stoneforge Mystic decks didn't work out as well. The card certainly, hasn't been a huge player since its unbanning.
It really hasn't been. I really thought it was going to make a bigger difference. And the thing that I kind of agree with these Azorius decks that are switching to just control is the fact that they're not susceptible to any kind of spot removal. Like people are playing Galvanic Blast or people are playing Lightning Bolt or whatever. Now these cards are just dead against you. But before they had a prime target in the form of Stoneforge Mystics.
Yeah, now it's just Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah.
Some of the burn spells can go towards Planeswalkers, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Azorius Control deck has been around essentially since Teferi was printed about a year and a half ago. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. To be specific.
Yeah, you definitely have to be specific, especially moving into our next set where it's going to be a Teferi theme. Then it's going to be all kinds of a mess here.
So we're done with this. It's just never going away.
No, we're just slowing things down.
Yeah. Well, that's what hopefully we'll be able to do with this Azorius Control deck because against Grixis Urza, the prison element with the Snaring Bridge not really going to come up.
Yeah, definitely
Instead,
side out.
But the mid-range part of the deck, is going to come up a lot. I'm going to be pretty good at breaking up the combo. I've got plenty of disruption, counter spells removal. So I doubt you're going to be able to fully combo with Urza and Thopter Foundry, Sword of the Meek. But
that's what you think.
Yeah, you might get Thopter Sword going a little bit. A couple Thopters could do a lot of damage.
Yep. It's usually quite good against you.
Yeah, even 2 or 3 will pressure my Planeswalkers, start putting me under some pressure, and force me to act. Will really stop me from putting any pressure on you with Snapcaster Mages. I'll probably have to kill you with Colonnade or Emblems. Ultimate, it's on Planeswalkers.
Yeah.
But it should be a very interesting matchup, and I wanted to highlight how the Urza deck is able to play this mid-range game plan and isn't just a straight-up combo deck.
Yeah,
because that's one of its biggest strengths.
Yeah, and being able to transform and put in some hand disruption spells, even some Assassin's Trophy from the board to interact with your Planeswalkers, and then kind of try to push through my combo. It's kind of going to be my MO after sideboard, but pre-board, it's just still you're trying to assemble Thopter Sword of the Meek just as soon as possible and try to dodge your removal spells. Not an easy thing to do against a deck full of them, but we're going to find out.
Okay, well, let's get into it. I'm going to be on the play.
Yep.
Since the marbles are still ensconced over on Corey's side.
Right where they belong. Right where they belong. And don't forget to tag at SCG Tour if you want any questions answered by me or Ross.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, not bad. Last card there. All right, if we look at my hand, I think this is a keeper here. Not anything super exciting, but our cards do things, so.
Cards do things. That's lucky. Yeah, my cards do things too. This seems like a pretty reasonable hand. So I will just lead off on Island Go.
Okay. All right, we're going to start with Snow Island. Astrolabe, you want to force that?
Nope.
All right, pass to you.
And set opt.
Okay.
This is my Astrolabe.
Seems much worse.
Yeah, I guess we'll leave that on top.
Okay.
Not a lot of downside to keeping that one around. Play a Flooded Strand and pass the turn.
All right. Untap. Okay, so now we got choices here. This is, if we look at my hand here, this is the one thing I don't want to be doing, just because I don't want to make that susceptible to removal here. So I think I'm going to lean towards playing a Goblin Engineer here and see if that resolves.
I will respond to that with an opt.
An opt, okay. Digging for that spell snare, huh?
Let's bottom that one.
Okay.
Not something we're looking for right now. I will crack this, get a Hallowed Fountain, and spell snare the engineer.
Okay, so you go to 17.
Yep.
All right, can't do anything about that. I'll pass it to you. We're mildly okay with that, but...
Yeah, spell snare is just a good card right now.
Yeah, spell snare is really good. It's hitting a lot of very problematic cards.
Yeah. So my hand has not developed exactly how I wanted it to here, but hopefully a one good draw, and we're in business.
Straight in business? All right, yeah, now we're kind of afraid of a Planeswalker here. All right, we like that.
2-lander, 2 ops, can't find a third one.
All right, we're going to start with Astrolabe. All right. Mox Opal. And now, now what do I want to do from here? Let's see. We can attempt to play one of these. Yeah, okay, we'll just do this. Just going to go with a Goblin Engineer.
Sure.
Okay. So now we're going to search. This is interesting here because I kind of want to get a value thing. I'm probably expecting Goblin Engineer to die here, so maybe I should just get a piece of the combo. Yeah, we'll just get the sword here. And then I'm going to play a land here. Just go a Watery Grave tapped, and that's all I got.
Okay. Land, please.
Boo. Okay. Oh, no, not like these. Not like these. Okay, well, we're going to attempt a Thopter Foundry.
That one will get Force of Negation, pitch it to Fairy.
Okay.
It's exiled.
Oh, exiled. Yep, you got it. Yeah, that's a big difference, I suppose.
Yeah.
Then do we want to do anything else right now? Probably not. So I'm just going to attack for 1.
I'm at 16.
All right, your turn.
Opt.
In response. Word for 2. We be whirring.
Sure.
All right. Get the Thopter Foundry and then continue. And we've assembled the combo.
This one No, we just have to dig for an answer to this Thopter Foundry, which I believe is just Detention Sphere.
Okay.
I guess Teferi might do something too.
Yeah.
I was lucky we drew a land.
Right on time, huh?
Play that Hallowed Fountain tapped and pass the turn.
All right, we'll untap. Now we have assembled the combo, so we can start making some things. All right, I'm going to start with an Astrolabe. Okay, so only 1 mana open. Okay, I guess that's probably just game. Go to 17 and go for an Urza.
Yep.
All right, this comes into play. Blue sack.
Yeah, and unfortunately my Path to Exile here does nothing.
Yeah, because I just get to infinite combo in response and then draw my deck.
Yep. And
Okay. Combo! Urza from the past still can have infinite Thopters.
Indeed it can.
Yep. So what do you think? You want to just do sideboard games then, or do you want to...
Oh, that was fast. We can get another pre-board in.
Okay, sounds great. Well, will we get another pre-board in? Dan, you got a question at all?
Yeah, totally. So, let me pull up the name here.
Okay.
So, Armadillon asks, I know this is modern day, but I want to ask you guys if you saw the Mardu Enchantments deck that's been floating around on Arena. It's a best of one. I pulled up the list.
Okay.
Let me just describe this to you. So we have a couple of Starfield Mystics. That's the one that makes all your enchantments cost less, and whenever an enchantment comes into play, it gets a +1/+1 counter.
Okay.
The list of the enchantments are actually pretty dope. You got a couple Dawn of Hopes, Oath of Kayas, Prison Realms, Theater of Horrors, 4 copies of Fire of Invention, which I think actually makes a lot of sense. 4 Outlaws Merriment, and 3 Ethereal Absolution as your top end.
Wow. That seems pretty wild.
Yeah, it is kind of wild.
I would definitely, I'm pretty bad at just evaluating how these decks look on surface value. I would have to play it personally to try it out. But Theater of Horrors is a deck that or is a card that I just wish saw more play. Because, I mean, effects like that have been historically amazing. You know, like Phyrexian Arena, stuff like that.
It also goes quite nicely with Fire's Invention. You know, one of the issues. One of the issues is getting it active and then having the mana to actually cast the spells.
Yeah.
Now you can spend your mana, 4 mana, activate. Now you can cast the spells under it for free with Fire's Invention. So that goes. I'm just wondering, like, is our only payoff for having a bunch of enchantments Starfield Mystic?
There's also 1 copy of Chandra Awakened Inferno.
Okay.
But that's not really a payoff for having a pile of enchantments in your deck, right?
That's true.
So Starfield Mystic is our payoff.
Starfield Mystic is your payoff. You also have 3 copies of Murderous Rider as semi-removal slash creature.
For the most part, the enchantments are just like good cards.
Just value.
Yeah, so it's not a problem that we've stuffed our deck with enchantments.
Yeah.
But anytime you if you describe a deck in that way, I want to wonder, like, okay, how am I getting paid off for doing this?
Yeah.
And that's all good. You know, it's a reasonable card.
God, you're such a shill. Always wondering how you're getting paid, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I'd have to play it to see it, but that's an interesting idea.
Yeah, cool looking deck.
Yeah. I like the sounds of it. All right, so you're going to be first?
Yep.
All right.
I have 3 lands, so that's already an improvement.
Oh, my God. Well, your hand must be busted. Okay, my hand's reasonable as well.
Okay, I'll start on a column.
Good luck to you, good sir. All right, so I'm going to go Snow-Covered Island.
19.
19. Play this, and yeah, that's it.
I will play a Plains and pass the turn.
All right. Let's see what we got. So, I have to assume you have some kind of counter magic here, but I think I'm just supposed to not care. Let's go for a sack this to 18 and attempt a Goblin Engineer.
That's Spell Snare.
All right. I'm shocked. I'm utterly shocked.
3 copies of Spell Snare in this deck.
I like that, actually. Yeah. I think that's great. Spell Snare was a card that, like, right when I was getting into Standard, around like onslaught time or whatever, maybe a little bit after. So when I started getting into competitive Magic, that card was popping up everywhere. And it's just the most frustrating thing when your opponent's on the draw and counters your 2-drop when you're on the play. It's just like, oh God, I'm dead. I'm dead.
It's like they get to be on the play now.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not fair. Okay. Well, we're gonna keep trying to hammer threats in there. Not too much he can do.
Fetch brings you to 17.
Yep. And I'm going to go for Thopter a Foundry.
Thopter Foundry, I will play a Snapcaster Mage.
That's not cool.
Target spell sniff.
All right.
That one.
So I'm at 17, and then I will pass to you.
Now we got some pressure. That's kind of cute.
Oh, yeah.
Mush for 2.
15.
And pass the turn.
All right. Well, not great here. We'll go with a Mox Opal. And then we'll go for an Urza.
Mana Leak.
Mana Leak. Dang it. Okay, your turn.
Just countering all the spells.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to interact with Urza. I mean, when you don't have Hand Disruption or Teferi on my side, I don't really do much. I just kind of play stuff into...
Attack for 2. You go to 13.
Yep, I just play stuff into you and hope that something resolves, but...
I'm going to play a Teferi and bounce my Snapcaster.
Okay.
Nice little play there.
I like it.
Draw a card. And play another Field of Ruin. Pass.
All right. So we're going to start by sacking this for blue.
Yep.
All right. Well, this could be good if this works. With the blue Mystic Forge.
Yep, that'll resolve.
Yay. All right. Yeah, so it's only on land. So we're going to pay 1, exile this. Yep. All right. Now we will take 2.
You're 10.
Go to 10. Chromatic start.
Sure.
Now that I got Metalcraft here, I'm going to sack for blue. Draw. Dang it. Can't get a spell. And I played a land, so pass 2.
Okay. That's interesting. So we're definitely casting this turn. The question is if I want to take the opportunity to pop one of these Field of Ruins to kind of fix my mana. I think I do, because I'm going to have shields down anyway.
Okay.
So let's just Field of Ruin your...
I didn't want that top card anyways, Ross.
Get an island.
All right, we'll get an island as well.
And I'm going to play Detention Sphere.
Okay.
Get this Mystic Forge out.
Wait. First, I'm going to look at the top of my deck.
Sure. You're drawing it next turn anyway. Plus this Teferi, you can go.
Yeah, that Detention Sphere is brutal. Now we look at our hand, and it's just horrendous. Your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, needed that Mystic Forge.
It's amazing what you can do when you make land drops.
Yeah, right? You can, like, cast spells, and yeah. Yeah, we're in a rough spot over here now.
And that's another land. That's good. Plus the Teferi again and pass.
Okay. We can cast that, but it's not very good right now. Well, don't think we really have an option. I'm gonna whir for 2.
In response.
Okay.
Crack turn. I'm at 19.
Okay.
Yeah, has to whir on his main face here because of the Teferi.
Yep. And I had to whir for leaving 3 mana open because I know we have Snapcaster in hand for Mana Leak, so this is the only way to play around that card. But still, you could just have anything else, Cryptic Command, anything.
Yep. And we're going to be digging for something.
Okay.
So, I will cast an Opt.
Okay.
That is a land we don't need. And, oh, how convenient. Yeah, I'll just hardcast Force Negation.
Oh, that's not cool. All right, your turn.
Good Opt.
That was a good op.
Good op.
Was that a bottom into force too?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Plus Teferi go. Class. Let's play some control. And now Corey knows I have snap for leak or force negation, though you can Urza through.
Speak of that devil.
Yeah, well, we will opt.
Okay.
And don't need that one. And cryptic command counter draw.
This is not cool. And at this point, now he's going to have Snapcaster plus Cryptic. I don't think I can possibly win this game now.
Yeah. Yeah, let's keep plussing our Teferis. Nothing that we need to bounce.
Bounce that detention's fair.
And I will pass the turn.
All right, I lose.
Yeah. I'm just going to snap opt, bounce it on my turn again.
Yeah. You've established the loop. Yeah, one important thing there is just I didn't get to cast a single spell. I tried, and there's nothing there's nothing I can do game one besides just throwing it out there and hoping he doesn't have a perfect sequence of counter spells. And I was able to sneak through, the Mystic Forge. And that could have been insane if I could have capitalized, but I saw 3 land on top and a Galvanic Blast. I'm just like, okay. I even manipulated it a decent amount with exiling it, sacking a couple stars, and just didn't get any payoff. But if that was my big turn to sneak in. Otherwise, you just had a good draw with counter spells. You got to Spell Snare, lined up quite well, and not much I could have done.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about how well Urza lines up against most interaction, but if you just counter it, there's no value to be had.
Yeah, you can't interact when it doesn't get to the board. So, all right, well, I think we are going to head to sideboard here, play our game 3 with a little bit of help from the board. I know I get some help in the form of hand disruption spells, some ways to actually interact with your planeswalkers and stuff, so it should help me out a bit. But stay tuned. We'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, and welcome back to Versus Live here in the sideboarding versus 4-color Urza versus Azorius control. I'm going to start from my end. We take out a lot of our random toolbox cards that are good in certain situations, but don't really have too much text here in the form of Ensnaring Bridge, Pyrite Spellbomb, and Nile Spellbomb. Not a big fan of those cards here, as well as Galvanic Blast does hit some Planeswalkers. It's decent against them, but I would rather have cards that hit a little bit more than Planeswalkers in the form of Assassin's Trophy. Taking out the Whir of Inventions just because they are a little slow. I do like having them as instant speed, an instant speed spell to play on your end step and then play something that matters during my turn. But it doesn't always work out that way when I'm bringing in so many non-artifacts. It becomes a little tough to improvise sometimes. And then taking out one Needle. You do have some Planeswalkers that matters, but you have so many different ones that it's pretty hard to, like if you just played 4 Teferi Hero Dominaria, I would definitely keep these in. But since you have Planeswalker diversification, I just don't really want to get stuck dealing with one and then having the other two, annihilate me. And
it also makes it hard to play your Pithing Needle proactively because you want to get your artifacts down to maybe enable Mox Opal or do some, or have an artifact down for Tezzeret, something like that. Mm-hmm. And then you're sort of forced to name one, and then I just play the other one. And if you wait on it to try to get a Planeswalker that I've actually played, then I've already gotten an activation.
Exactly. So that's what I was just going to say. Is
you're stuck.
Exactly. So I don't think Needle's that great right now in this matchup. I'm a little torn on this. This was the last card I was taking out. I could be persuaded to put it back. And then we're bringing in a little bit more of fair cards that play well into Rest in Peace, into Stony Silence. You're a white deck. These are some of the best sideboard cards in Modern right now, so I have to expect they're coming in. And this is a way to kind of pivot around those a little bit, as well as Thoughtseize to break up some counter spells. Thoughtseize is kind of my Whir of Invention, oddly enough, just to play the turn as I play Thopter Foundry or as I play Goblin Engineer, just to kind of squeak it through, kind of serves the same purpose there. And then Assassin's Trophy is just a way to deal with these enchantments, as well as a Jace that starts running away or something like that.
Yeah, so. And importantly, both Tezzeret and Tireless Tracker gave you ways to pressure Planeswalkers, which is the best way to answer them.
Yep.
Tireless Tracker also compensates you for cutting some of the artifacts. The clues will just help turn on Mox Opal.
Absolutely.
It might get turned off by Stony Silence, but we'll come to that.
Yeah. They still had blue with Urza.
Yeah, so Corey very clearly taking this mid-range approach, really bolstering that aspect of the deck, because he understands that I have a ton of disruption, especially after board. I have both Rest in Peace and Stony Silence to stop Thopter Foundry, so you got to lean into that part of your game plan. plan. On my side, I'm still just going to be a control deck, but I'm going to upgrade my tools a little bit. Oust, Timely Reinforcement, Supreme Verdict, not very good. I am leaving in one Supreme Verdict because I think in the post-board games, there might be some Thopters and a Tireless Tracker, maybe something from Urza around, maybe a 5/5 from Tezzeret. So I think having one has some value, but the second copy is definitely unnecessary. And the other cards we're cutting are just cards that are bad if I have Rest in Peace on the battlefield. The one Logic Knot and two of our Snapcasters. We can't cut all of them. We just don't have enough space. And we don't want to cut all of them. We only have 2 Rest in Peace.
Yeah.
But we don't want to overload on these effects because then we're going to keep drawing them when we have Rest in Peace on the battlefield, and that's just going to be bad.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
All right, sweet. Let's get into the games here. I'm going to be on the play here for our third and more than likely final game here. Oh, we might have a little bit more time. Who knows?
Yeah. First 2 games were surprisingly quick.
They really were. Yeah. You stumbled quite rough game 1, and then game 2, I had a good draw.
Yeah.
There's nothing around. I mean, I had the turn 4 kill if my spells would have resolved, but I didn't resolve a thing.
Yeah, it's just one of those classic control games where your answers just line up perfectly.
Yeah.
We got to the point where maybe you would resolve something later. I just kept opting into a counter spell.
Yeah. Opt into 4s or opt into cryptic.
Yeah. It was perfect. So two sort of ideal games for both sides.
Yeah.
Splitting them. Got a question for us, Dan?
So I have a couple. So we touched on this briefly at the start of the show, but I figured we might as well get this out of the way. From iExterminator, he brings up the BNR announcement. It's a very strong signal that something from Standard probably, most likely, is getting the axe. What else might be stuck in the BNR crosshairs?
I think Arkham's Astral Hidden Pauper.
Yeah.
So the card's apparently half the metagame.
Yeah.
So I could see that. I don't see them banning anything in Modern unless something goes really wrong these next 2 weekends and, Urza outcome decks or other things are completely dominant. And then Urza and Mox Opal are definitely could be on the chopping block. But I don't think the move up signifies that they definitely want to do something. I think the move signifies that they realize that they may have to do something and they want the ability to do so.
Yeah, and the thing for me is, what this screams out to me is the ban restricted. What they're saying is, we're going to see how Mythic Championship 5 goes. If it is just full of Golos and the viewing experience is terrible, they don't want to be locked into having the same thing for another Mythic Championship 6, which is 3 weeks later. Yeah. So what that is signifying to me is we're going to give you, because this is Monday after the Pro Tour. So what they're signifying is right when this Pro Tour is done, they want to give the pros enough time to realize if Field of the Dead is banned, that they need to start testing without that card for Mythic Championship 6, So, I mean, that's one reason for me being queued for Mythic Championship 6. I'm not even going to start my standard testing. I'm going to be doing some drafts, but with that bump up, I don't even have to touch standard because it's very likely that it's probably going to be different. But that being said, this is a little off topic of the question, but I'm seeing a lot of people that are going to be in Mythic Championship 5 tweeting about not playing Golos. So if a lot of people don't play a lot of pros don't play Golos, it doesn't do that well in the tournament or whatever, we're going to keep it, Yeah. So we'll see. I think the people that aren't tweeting are probably just playing Golos.
Yeah. The other thing is that it's not only affecting the Mythic Championships, but also affects the Invitational as well.
Yeah.
Because the next announcement previously was going to be the Monday after the Invitational. So and we have a standard top 8 for the NB as well.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. So
there's a lot of
very high premium events.
Riding on this.
And honestly, I mean, this is Invitational is great. Mythic Championship tabletops are great, but realistically, this next one is the biggest one.
Yeah.
Arena tournaments have the biggest hype. They have the biggest prize pool. So if that gets ruined by just Golos mirrors, and let's get real, watching Golos mirrors is probably worse than watching Nexus of Fate looping off like we kind of saw at the last arena taken down by
seems pretty similar to me.
Yeah, it's similar, but I mean when you have a scroll button on your arena tab for where your lands have to be shifted over, I think that's worse than having to click resolve every time your opponent Nexus.
Sure.
I think the worst thing about that is having to hit all right, my turn on Arena when it's their turn to be looped again. It's just come on. Yeah, it's not my turn.
Twist in the knife.
Yeah.
So let's get this on a fun question.
Okay.
From Vesper 12 Skies, if Ross could design a food token, what would it be?
Oh, God.
A food token. Okay.
I think I know an answer for you.
So
It'd just be a quiche, right?
I do
Love
like
quiche.
quiche, but
Yeah.
my single favorite meal, and I had it yesterday actually,
Yeah.
is huevos rancheros.
Oh.
So just just fried eggs, the ranchero sauce, refried beans, some nice Mexican rice.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a big plate of flavors.
For me, it would be Rankle stirring a huge pot of mac and cheese. Just that'd be the token I would make. So not only do I love mac and cheese, but I also love pranks. So
just a giant.
yeah, putting some random spices in,
You could make an Indian buffet token. That would also be good.
How would that look as a design?
Just a big buffet table.
Okay. Great question.
Yeah.
Great question.
Thank you, Vesper.
All right, let's get to game 3 here. So I'm going to be on the play. Well, our hand is looking quite heinous. Wow. Yeah, I don't think we can keep this. This is a card. Assassin's Trophy is a card that I usually want to not have in my opening hand. I want to draw later. Plus, we only have 1 land. I mean, the rest of our cards are good. If this was a 2-lander, I would keep, but we're going to have to ship this one back.
My hand is a little risky, but it has good cards in it, so I think this is a keep.
Okay. Got another question while I'm shuffling.
Yes, from Lolob93. What do you think has a good matchup versus Urza?
I think there's a few decks out there now. Like I used to say Urza is just like the go-to best deck, but I'm not so sure anymore because every deck in the metagame that seems to be doing well also has a pretty good game against Urza just inherently because of how much Urza is being played. So I think like Scape Shift, Red-Green Valakut Scape Shift, as well as like Burn, both have pretty reasonable matchups. Yeah.
I would very much point to the Amulet decks with Karn, the Great Creator.
Oh, yeah.
Amulet Titan is doing well. So Primeval Titan and Goblin God,
Yeah, that makes
I think,
sense.
are where you want to go. Because you need to be a linear deck that can sort of ignore what they're doing and race them. And all of those decks have that. And then the Amulet deck also has Karn.
Yep.
This is very good against all versions of Urza.
Okay, we're going to keep this. We're going to put this War of Invention on the bottom. And then start with a Scalding Tarn and say go.
I will play a Flooded Strand and say go.
All right, we're going to sack this.
19.
Go to 19. We want to get one of our colors here. One of our duels to either cast Tezzeret or Thoughtseize or Tireless Tracker if we get them. So we'll start with a Breeding Pool. Guessing you got a Spell Snare over there.
You want to try me for the 3rd time in a row?
Yep. Sword of the Meek.
Yeah, that one was awesome. That one's not getting spell snared ever.
We were trying to bait you out there. It did not work.
I'm going to crack this fetch and get a Hallowed Fountain.
Okay.
So 19 all.
Yep.
And
all right. And our hand is still pretty decent for having a mulligan here. Not terrible.
let's play Fortress and Stony Silence.
Stony. Okay.
Pass the turn.
Pretty strong. All right. So we're going to sack this. Go to 18. Get a blue and play a Tireless Tracker, and then it's your turn. That's not an artifact.
Okay. Pass the turn.
Okay.
On your upkeep. I guess I'll wait till you draw step.
Draw.
Path this tracker.
Okay.
Can't let that one sit around.
Makes sense to me. All right, we're going to go like this. And you have 5 cards?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so we already drew. Gonna take 3 here.
Go to 15.
So we got all our colors now, just in case we get any of these cards. Now, what do we want to cast here? We got options. I think it's got to be one of these 2 cards if we take a peek at my hand real quick. And, yeah, that's interesting. All right, we're going to start with Urza.
That is the one I did not want to see.
Yep.
But it's going to resolve.
All right. And now we can use 2 blue here. We can't equip because of Stony, but so we'll just say go.
On your end step,
Yep.
I will disenchant the construct.
Okay.
Cut off some mana and some pressure on my life total.
Okay.
But we're in a little bit of trouble.
Yay, trouble.
I will play Field Rune and pass the turn.
Okay. All right. Well, I will play a bobble.
That's fine.
I will play a Goblin Engineer.
You have one card in hand?
One card. It's a good one, though.
God, I really don't want to use this on it, but that's sort of where my hand is.
Yeah, Engineer is actually kind of good here because you can just, I can go get a Ichor Wellspring and just start generating cards coming in and out. I could, I could go get Thopter Foundry, but the combo is very shut off right now.
Yeah, I assume Corey's just going to be activating Urza after this, and so I could take a risky line, deal with this Engineer, and then hope if the Urza doesn't hit anything good, I'm in good shape on my next turn. Though sort of good shape.
Yep.
But this Engineer, I'm just not worried about it.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, this is hard. I think I want to leave this line open to me, though. I'm going to take the risky line. I'm not going to counter draw.
Counter draw. Okay. Tezzeret. Tezzeret came to play. All right, so now we're gonna start getting in there and attack for 5. Guess we don't have a token for this, but whatever. I'll just put a 5 on this, and then ship to you. And you're at 14.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we're kind of hoping Tezzeret would have a chance because that's definitely the main spell. Of course, just spinning Urza is pretty good, but... Oh, sorry, I had to attack with this too.
Sure. 13.
Yep. So now I got still a 2-turn clock. I'll have to negative on Bobble to attack again.
Narset.
Okay. I will not draw extra cards.
So we will -2 the Narset.
Okay.
Take a mana leak that doesn't do a whole lot.
Not too much.
And unfortunately, at 13, I am exactly in a position where I can't play this Salad Fountain untapped. So
Yep.
pass the turn.
Yep, pretty much.
So we would have been in rough shape even if we let the Engineer resolve, because at that point, Corey knows, like, I have a counter spell. He just holds up Urza, activates that,
Forever,
and has Engineer going. I'm forced to cast this Rest of Beast on my next turn. Then I don't have Cryptic up. You've generated card advantage from the Urza. You still have the Tezzeret in hand. So I think my line was right. Like Corey's hand was just good. And I'm in very rough shape.
All right. So I definitely just want to pressure life totals as much as possible here. I don't even think I really want to cast this card quite yet. So with that being the case, I would rather spin Urza. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So we're going to spin.
Sure.
All right, shuffle, exile. All right, we'll play a land. We will downtick to make this a 5/5.
Yep.
All right, now I can still present lethal if I kill Narset here. So this at Narset and this at you.
So I take 6.
Yep.
Brings me to 7.
7, yep. And then pass to you. And I'm at 15, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's no other artifact here, which is kind of nice because it means that that there's no other 5/5 that's going to be attacking me next turn.
That is true.
So
You can probably stay alive.
well, maybe. I think I have to try to find another path here and establish this to have a chance in this game. So we're going to take another risky line from behind and play it to Fairy.
Okay.
I'm going to plus it and draw a card.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go to my end step and untap a couple lands.
Okay.
And you're up.
All right, I'm going to sack this at end step. Go to 14.
Yep.
Let's get a...
Yeah.
I'm going to get another red source here.
My line behind countering the engineer, even though I'm holding Rest in Peace, was to be able to Teferi next turn -3 on the Urza and still have it live.
Okay. That's reasonable. All right, so we'll untap, drop. Okay. So we'll tick up. Look at the top 5. All right, and they're all just reveal an artifact. So I think since they're basically all shut off anyways. Well, actually, I'll go with Chromatic Star. Take on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Now we're going to just attack. I think I just want to go everything at Ross here. Let Teferi live. Yeah, because it just presents lethal. Okay, everything at you.
Okay. I will cast an opt.
Okay.
Terminus, please.
You have Terminus?
No.
Okay.
That is just another opt.
And here's a path. Confirmed.
Didn't hit the path.
Okay.
Maybe I was supposed to Teferi the turn before, like Shock to 11, Teferi the Tezzeret.
I think no matter what, you shouldn't leave yourself dead there. Like, just Teferi, tuck away this so that you for sure live. Because then I'm in an awkward spot. Like, I attack this to Teferi and then I attack that. But, like, you for sure live a turn, you know? Because if you get a Supreme Verdict, I mean, it's okay. I was going to play an artifact so that I could 5 you through that. But, yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, if I'm going to live an extra turn, then I'm just going to draw an extra card anyway. I'm drawing that card off of Teferi already. Yeah, I can't hit the 1 Supreme Verdict, which would be nice. Yeah. But I also probably need that Teferi to start, establishing control of the game.
Yeah.
So I don't think, playing to live there really gets me anywhere.
Maybe not.
But, maybe I had the recipes. I'm probably just supposed to let the engineer resolve and go from there.
Yeah, because Tez definitely punished you super hard.
But there was no way I was going to be able to get the Teferi down without the Tez punishing it because I didn't have Force of Negation.
Yep.
But maybe I could have found one later. But that's just a situation where I didn't quite get to the point where I started gaining traction in the game.
Sure.
Because I didn't have something to really get ahead on tempo with a Spell Snare or Force of Negation. Mm-hmm. And so I took a bit of a risky line and got very punished for it.
Yep. You sure did. But like you said, if you would have just let that go, I just start spinning Tezzeret and, and I play that slow game and I keep spinning Urza and leave the Tezzeret in hand until I can for sure force that through, like maybe get a Thoughtseize or something like that. So it would have been a very different game that still, I think, favored me if you did it. But the game just ended on the spot because of that, because Tezzeret is just busted.
Yeah, and if you put if you put Uka Wellspring like you were talking about in your graveyard, the next turn you're drawing an extra card off of Urza and an extra card off of Wellspring, and you're drawing, you drew an extra card that turn with Urza, so you'd be up 3 cards that way. Yeah. And that... I think that point, taking a risk and hoping the last card in your hand wasn't good, and your one Tezzeret hit isn't good, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, no, I like it as well. What do you say? Should we move to the next matchup after some questions, or?
Yeah, we got some time. Let's stretch it.
All right, sounds great.
See if we can take a 4th game.
All right, sounds great.
I'll be on the play for this one. Okay. We'll just move quickly into it since
a loose goose. That's how I play, anyways.
Yeah.
That's how I already play. Okay. Sounds okay. It's a little greedy. My mana base is doing a lot on this one.
My mana base looks heinous.
Oh yeah. Hand. Well, look at mine. I mean, just look at my hand right here. Like this spells it out. This is absurd.
I just don't think I can keep this, given that I can't cast 2 of the 3 spells in my hand.
I just showed my hand where I couldn't cast 2/3 of the cards, but I'm gonna snap keep mine.
Astral Lab on top.
yeah, for sure.
Everything's fine.
We got a quick question, Dan, while we're shuffling up here.
So, just here for OW, Ross, what about Deathrite Shaman Unban?
In what format?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Yeah, the answer is still no.
Yeah.
What?
No, God, no. Please, no.
No. Just no.
I'm pretty certain Just here knew that the answer was going to be no. He just wanted to see your face.
Nice. Ross's appalled face is one of my favorite faces as well.
No.
Yeah. God, no. What are you thinking?
Yeah. Okay. So this hand's a definite keep. We just have to think about which card we're putting back. That's obviously going to be one of these 4 drops.
Okay.
And given that we're on the play, I kind of want it to be this one so that we can maybe go turn 4-ist, turn 5 there, and establish some semblance of control that way. So I'm going to put that one on the bottom.
All right.
And we'll start with the Flooded Strand and a pass.
Okay. So, yeah, our our hand is just so weird. So very weird. All right, we're going to start with a bobble here. We're going to look at ourselves here because we need some specific stuff. And that is one of the specifics. So we're going to keep that one. And we're going to play this and then pass and then draw for bobble.
Yeah, I'm going to fetch for a Hallowed Fountain.
Okay.
I'm at 19. I will play a Field of Ruin and the one of Stony Silence. All you need is 1.
All you need is 1.
You can go. Granted, you shrugged off the other one pretty easily.
Yeah.
This is one of the powers of that deck.
All right, so we're going to get...
So, Tannen's in chat.
He would be.
He would be.
He says, Ross wants Deathrite Shaman Unbanned in Legacy for my sake and his team open win rate.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get this Watery Grave. All right. So I think this is a good lesson here. With Ross playing Field of Ruin there, that signifies that he does not have another land in his hand. I don't have anything to really abuse that information, but that is something I would first think of here. Okay. Well, I think we are going to just Thoughtseize you.
Well, you were wrong.
Oh!
I have a 3rd land, but I wanted to draw land 4, so I didn't crack a fetch.
Makes sense. All right, well, I don't like either of these cards, but to Jace the Mind Sculptor is just ridiculous. And I can deal with the other cards. So I think we got to just take Jace here.
Okay, you're at 17.
Yep. And then I will play a land and say go.
Let's crack this for an island. I'm at 18.
Okay.
Just going to get the Teferi down. And I don't think there's any point in using it.
I don't
because
think so either, yeah.
Tezzeret can't come down and answer it. If you trophy it, I'm generally happy with that.
Yep.
think trophy would be targeting the other non-land permanent on my battlefield.
Probably.
So, and then you fetched.
I went to 16. Yep.
Okay, you can go.
Okay. All right. Decent draw, not great. I think we're going to just play a Sword of the Meek and pass. Taking it nice and slow, but our hand was just a little slow in the first place, so we're okay with it.
Now I think I want to just get further into my deck, so we'll just bounce the sword back to your hand.
Okay.
And that's an interesting one. Play an island and pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. All right. Well, I think we want to just go for this here. Tireless tracker.
I will respond
Okay.
with a Field of Ruin on the Watery Grave, since you've already cast a green card.
Okay.
I guess you've already cast a black card too, but you have Tezzeret that I'd like to stop.
That's true.
Want a second white source for the Verdict that Corey knows about.
All right, so, yep.
And I'm going to let Tireless Tracker resolve.
Okay. All right, so Tireless Tracker resolves here. We're going to get a clue.
Yep.
If we have a clue over here, what do you think, Dan? We got a clue?
I knew it would come up.
Yeah, I knew we'd miss something. We had so many tokens with these decks. All right, so for now, we'll just use this as a clue, and then I'm going to go for Sword as well.
Yep.
Okay, and then pass to you.
In step, I will cast Opt.
Okay.
Do not want that one.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you, my man. Oh, I need help again. Dan, you're the man.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
I thought Max McVitie was the clue. They get multiple ones?
yeah.
Sam's the new one.
Okay.
Sam's the new clue.
I like it.
Plus Teferi and pass the turn.
All right. Untap. Okay. Now, what do I think you have? Well, I probably just want to try to deal with Teferi here. And I know nothing about your hand, right?
Correct.
Can you show me your hand so I know a little bit more?
I'm allowed to do that.
Okay. Reasonable. Let's begin this shenanigans by attacking Teferi. Okay. Now I'm gonna play a Tarn, sack a Tarn,
15.
get 2 clues.
Have to imagine Scalding Tarn was Corey's draw for turn. Probably would have played the fetch land last turn with the tracker.
You don't know my life. All right. And then I'm going to go for a Goblin Engineer.
Yep.
Okay. Search again. I think I want to just get value on this one. And the ultimate value card is either Mystic Forge or Ichor Wellspring. I think. Oh, 3 or less. I can't, get Mystic Forge. So I think it's either Thopter Foundry or Ichor Wellspring. I kind of like just Wellspringing here. The combo is pretty far off. Yeah, we're just going to go get our Value Town card and pass it to you.
Interesting.
Value Town, Value Town.
So let's put an Opt on top of our deck.
3 islands, yep, okay.
Yep. And let's Verdict away your creatures.
It's not too cool. Not too cool, okay.
Pass the turn.
All right, end step, trophy.
Doan's Veto.
Okay. Untap.
Yep.
Tezzeret.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to go like this. Now we got a lot of clues to throw. We're going to Astrolabe, draw a card. And I think we just want to start getting aggressive. Yeah. 5/5 clue coming at you.
I'm at 13.
Okay. And then your turn.
Okay. Well, definitely want to deal with this Tezzeret, so let's activate Colonnade and attack it.
Okay, that makes sense.
And pass the turn.
Okay.
Upkeep, you gain a life.
Yep.
16.
Draw.
You just have a 5/5 to deal with.
Yeah, doesn't seem like it's too hard.
I'll go to 8.
All right. Now I can sack this Inventor's Fair to go get something of relevance. Yeah, I think I have to. I don't really have much going on. I can just get like an Astrolabe. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Got an Astrolabe?
Yep. Just something I can do. Yeah, these clues would be sweet if I could gain some card advantage from them. But one of Stony, not cool. Who would have guessed? All right, I don't need to play either of these, so I'll say go.
Okay, next up, we'll play the opt you know about.
Okay.
We're just digging for an answer to this 5/5, and then we'll be in okay shape.
Yeah, you will be.
That Jace would have been good.
Yeah. Thank God we took Jace. I had no way to stop that card.
Okay, I will play a Plains and pass the turn.
Okay, doesn't attack with Colonnade, so that upsets me. Attack.
Path the 5/5.
All right.
So your clue turned into a land. That's nice.
Not bad. All right. Now I still just have to get rid of Stony Silence. Definitely easier said than done. Thopter Foundry.
Sure.
And I'll pass to you.
We'll play it a little safe here and just keep playing land go with you.
Yep, seems smart to me. Go with a Thopter Foundry.
Yep.
Go.
Let's cast an opt main phase, dig for a Planeswalker.
Okay.
Mana Leak can definitely go to the bottom.
Yeah. Doesn't have too much text right now.
You go into 15?
Yep.
Okay. Don't want to cast this one just yet, so I'll just pass the turn.
All right. On top. Go.
Colonnade pass.
I'll go to 14. Play another land. And now this is kind of the dire straight situation where I just can't really beat Stony Silence. Your turn.
Yeah, this one worked out a lot better.
Yep.
Now I am comfortable slamming in with a Colonnade.
Yep. 10.
You can go.
I'll go to 9. 9 and 10 are virtually the same here, so not too big of a deal using that. All right. Astrolab.
Yep.
Oh, does that do anything? Not really. Your turn.
Activate Colonnade.
Yep.
Attack for 4.
6.
5. You went to 9.
Oh, 5. Yep.
You can go.
All right. Draw. Now we just have to go for everything. Urza.
Urza will resolve.
Okay.
Trigger on the stack.
Okay.
Path the Urza. So you don't have a Matthias yet.
Yep. In response, then, I will spin.
Yep.
All right. Ooh. Okay. So this is ready to be cast.
That gets exiled.
Yeah. I will float 3 blue.
Yep.
All right. So exile this. I guess I want to cast this while this is still in play. Yeah, I'll cast that while it's still in play.
You're
Right, isn't it?
You still can't cast.
Oh, yeah,
cast
because of
creature
the
with an
spells
instant
on the stack. Yeah, of course. Okay, so I'm still floating blue,
You're floating 3 blue, right?
but I could activate again. I should probably do that. I'll activate Urza one more time.
Why? Because you just want to let this trigger resolve, then cast this one for free.
But
then you have
if you counter this one,
Sure.
yeah,
I didn't counter that one, so it seems unlikely that I have a counter spell for the second one.
That's fair. Whatever. I'm still spinning. All right, so that's spun as well.
Okay.
And now I get a land, or I believe I just did get a land.
Yeah. Then you get a Matthias that resolves.
Then I'll
cast
play
the star
Urza.
first. Well, probably want to cast the star first.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. The other is fine.
Okay.
Still have 3 blue in pool.
3 blue in pool. 4. I'll play Mox.
Yep.
5. Spin.
Yep.
Astrolabe.
Yep.
Draw. Okay. That's a card. So I'm at 5. Let's go with a Oh, I can't cast that. Okay, never mind. It's like this Astrolabe does not tap for mana right now.
Well, taps for blue.
Mishra's Bauble.
Yep.
I will spin.
Yep.
Engineer.
Yep.
Search
A
for.
lot of permanents over there.
Yeah.
These are some big constructs.
Just want to get Mox Opal out of my deck.
Yeah, they're 14/14s.
All right, no big deal. All right, tap for blue star.
15/15s.
Your turn.
Okay, snap Supreme Verdict.
Okay.
1, 2, yeah, that's 6.
Not bad, not bad. They're dead.
So Snapcaster, pass the turn.
Okay. I'd love to be able to turn on my artifacts. I don't think I actually. I
You have
do
a
have
you
another
have one trophy left.
left. That'd be quite strong if it resolved. Tezzeret.
Force of negation. Exiled.
Exiled. Yeah.
Okay, looks like
Your
we
turn.
survived the last onslaught from Corey. And now let us land. Attack you for 4.
Go to 1.
Pass the turn.
All right. Urza.
Yeah, cryptic command that. Counter draw,
Yeah,
draw
that's
a card.
That was kind of absurd. Urza did some work there for that one activation.
Yeah, you know, when we got to the point where I had one card in hand, mine was the Snapcaster, and I could have like snapped for opt, but I really wanted to have the Dovin's veto in case you drew the one trophy, and I thought it was better to play it safe, and then ended up coming big, snapping back Supreme Verdict, which I did not expect.
It really did. Yeah, no, Supreme Verdict I think is actually pretty good in post-board plan if people are going for like tireless tracker plan, stuff like that. So
Now we got to play game 5, but we'll play this one fast and loose.
oh, Ross.
We'll make it up in the rest of the show.
We'll just accept the draw. And
No,
That's what I'm saying.
there are no draws up versus live.
okay.
We're eating up too much time on the rest of our decks, bud.
We'll be fine.
All right.
We'll be fine.
You got it. I'll combo kill you real quick.
We'll make it work. We're like barely at 2 o'clock.
Sure. All right. I'll go first this time.
Yes, you will. I'll play turn 2 Stony Silence for the 3rd game in a row.
Yeah, please don't. That has very much significantly stopped my plan.
Jesus.
No
I
lander.
feel like my deck just doesn't have any blue mana. I've had so many like planes double field of in hands.
I had a no lander, so I feel you.
I might as well have had a no lander. All my 4 cards were all blue. We take a question while we're shuffling, Dan.
Yeah. Yes. So let me see if I can find. So again, from Just Here for OW, what modern decks are your favorites right now for both of you?
You know, I've been really liking this Kethis combo deck that Lotus Box is kind of unveiling to the world in the last few days. I've been really enjoying that, as well as just Urza has been my baby since Hogak got banned, essentially.
Yeah, I think Amulet Titan is also very good right now.
Yeah, Amulet's pretty sweet.
So is Titan Shift, both Titan decks.
Blue Red as foretold.
Haven't been as much of a fan of that one.
All right, I think I'll try this one.
I will as well, even though it's not particularly
Yeah, mine's not great either, but
I guess we'll just put this one on the bottom and keep this one.
all right, we'll play a Mox.
Yep.
Or play a Bobble, play a Mox, and land tap. Your turn.
I will play a Strand and pass.
Okay. Well. All right, we'll just play a land tapped and say go.
I'll go to 19, get a Hallow Fountain. Just want to make sure I have my second white source for Supreme Verdict later in the game.
Sure.
So, no snow mana on that side. So maybe some Astrolabe stranded in.
Could be.
Corey's
Could
hand.
be.
So, I'll play an island and pass the turn.
I will bobble you. Okay, and we just bobbled just because we wanted to for sure make a land drop here, which we did. Now we'll sack.
19 all.
Yep. Attempt to play a tireless tracker.
That resolves.
Then it's going to be your turn.
On your end step, I'm going to play a Snapcaster.
All right, Ambush Viper. Got him.
Attack for 2.
I'll take it.
Brings you to 17.
Yep.
And not sure if Corey has a land drop here. But I don't think he does, but I still don't really want to risk it. I'm actually going to D-sphere this tracker. I don't feel great about that because D-sphere is so valuable, but pass the turn.
All right.
Does have a land drop, it appears.
I do. Now it's what do I want to do? So I could try to play around force here. Yeah, that seems smart. And just play good cards for now. Let's see. Force, I mean, you got to pitch 2 cards. It'd be a 2-for-1 here. I think the value on this is kind of high right now, so we're going to take 2.
15.
Tezzeret.
Resolves.
All right. Now we can't tick down, so we have to just go up. Top. And what is it? Artifact card. Okay, so I miss. Your turn. Pretty strong.
Okay. Yeah, did not expect that.
Yeah, pretty strong. 2 Assassin's Trophies, a Goblin Engineer, and a couple of lands.
We have an interesting turn, actually. We're definitely attacking this Tezzeret.
Okay, down to 2.
And you have 3 in hand?
2.
2 in hand. I actually think what I'm going to do is play Teferi and bounce the Mox Opal, because then there's not going to be a 5/5 that can attack the Teferi.
I like it.
Draw a card, play an island, and pass.
All right. Untap. So we're going to tick up. Hope to not miss again. Okay, thank God. Thank God. Mox Opal?
Yep.
All right. Thopter Foundry?
Spell Snare.
Okay. Star.
You don't have
Oh,
to,
yeah. Sorry. We'll go like this. Star again.
Yep.
Now, do I actually want to even sack? Probably. Sack for blue.
Yep.
Draw. Okay. Didn't hit. I don't really want to sack the other star right now. Maybe I do. Nah, we'll leave it for now. Pass to you.
Okay. Attack Tezzeret for 2.
Okay.
Plus Teferi.
Yep.
Play this Colonnade and pass the turn. Now,
right.
if Corey wants to make a 5/5 to kill my Tezzeret, to kill my Teferi, his Tezzeret will go away.
That is a fact. All right, we're gonna start with a tracker.
I will Cryptic counter draw.
Okay. I don't really want to just get rid of Tezzeret here. I might have to. Yeah, definitely might have to. Just to get a 5/5 doesn't seem great to me, but yeah, we'll take up.
Okay.
Get an Astrolabe. All right. Now we will play Astrolabe.
Yep.
That was pretty solid.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, I think Tezzeret's going to die regardless here. Not much we can do. So I think we'll just use this opportunity to stick Thopter Foundry
Yep.
and pass to you.
Okay. Well, now we have to contend with some birdies.
Some Thopterinos.
Indeed. Some Thopterinos. So definitely plusing this. Definitely attacking Tez. Am I animating Colonnade here? Kind of think I'd rather just get this down, even though it doesn't do a whole lot. It prevents Corey from sort of going nuts next turn if he has Sword. So, yeah, let's attack the Tezzeret.
Okay.
Though I am set up to now bounce the Snapcaster next turn and have Cryptic with it. Maybe that's more valuable. Because you're just going to have a bunch of tokens. So even if you have Sword, if you have Sword, you're going to make 4 tokens. You can make 3 right now. Interesting. The damage really doesn't matter. I guess I can kind of wait till next turn. Yeah, let's just play a Hallowed Fountain and pass.
Okay. I will untap. Not a good draw there. I'm gonna sack for a Thopter, drop.
Yep, you go to 16.
Yep. I will go for a Wellspring.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Draw a card. Have to do everything at sorcery speed, unfortunately. Now we'll go with a... Sacrifice this, draw a card.
Yep, you're at 17.
Okay, and then we'll go with a Assassin's Trophy on the D-Sphere.
Yep.
Okay, get back tracker. Get a clue.
Yeah.
Play a bauble. And I think that should do it for me. I'll pass to you.
I would like to draw Supreme Verdict.
That'd be not cool. You've had that enough.
That's kind of interesting. Is that a card I want to draw right now? It really isn't that good. So maybe I'll save this because I need to find better stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's play and crack this fetch. I'm at 18.
18, okay. It's another basic. It's turning up to be a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, dealing with Tezzeret the old-fashioned way of just attacking it was something that probably doesn't happen that often.
Let's bounce my Snapcaster.
Okay.
Draw a card.
Yep.
Play to Fairy.
Okay.
Bounce your Thopter Foundry.
Probably signifies that there is a spell snare waiting for it to come back. Hell yeah, definitely is, huh? Okay. Sure.
And pass the turn.
End step, I'm going to bobble myself.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to move to upkeep. Bobble trigger on the stack. Sacrifice.
Yep. You're at 16.
I got myself to 4. Oh, I forgot my gain life. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so we'll sack this. Another clue. All right, so draw 2 cards. One for Bobble, one for this. Okay. So now we will get a clue. And all kinds of goodies here. We're going to start with what Ross knows about here, the Thopter Foundry.
I will snap the Spell Snare.
Okay. I will cast Urza.
Yep.
All right. Get a construct here. Now, what do I want to do? Now I can kind of just go nuts with clues instead of kind of going crazy. So I'm going to tap 2 clues and then sack a clue.
Yep.
So I have 1 clue untapped here.
No.
Yeah.
Because you sack the one that... Oh, it's not tap sacrifice?
Yeah, you don't have to sack.
Okay.
Yep.
So you have 1 untapped.
Yep. Okay, so I'll tap the other one. And sack a clue.
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. Now we're going to go with a Mock Topple.
Yep.
Thoughtseize you.
That's pretty good. Drew the Jace off the last Teferi last turn.
Nice. Yeah, we'll just get that Jace out of there. Okay, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want to for sure kill this. I'd like to attack with this as well, but it's not as important. Okay, nice. Okay, so I'll sack this.
15.
I'll go to 13 because I thought seized.
Yep.
Get a clue.
1 untapped.
Yeah, I'm going to tap it right now to spin with Urza. So 3, 4, 5.
Yep. You just shuffled. You just...
Yep, okay. Play a Bobble. Attack this at you and this at Teferi.
Okay. I definitely want to draw a Supreme Verdict, so I'm just going to chump this now.
Okay. That dies, and now I see no real reason to cast anything else unless I go.
Supreme Verdict would be great.
Yeah.
I would still not be in good shape. That one is heinous.
Remember, when you lose this game, you wanted to play the tiebreaker.
Yeah. So let's Mystic Sanctuary, a Cryptic on top of my deck,
Okay.
which will buy me a turn, I guess. But it's not even a turn I want because you're just gaining so much card advantage every turn. So maybe I don't even play this yet.
You just need something else.
Yeah, so we'll play this other land.
Okay.
And then pass.
All right. We're going to untap. And we're going to start kind of going nuts with Urza here. Tireless Tracker making clues to tap to Urza is kind of busted.
Yeah, I didn't realize clues were 2 sacrifice instead of tap sacrifice.
Yeah, right. Okay, so we're going to tap these.
It's 4 mana.
Yeah, we'll tap this 5th. Spin. Oh, thought easy. All right. We'll take the... Maybe I take the Mana Leak, actually. I don't care about Rest in Peace. Yeah, we'll take the Mana Leak.
You're 11.
11. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's actually smart not using the clues because this is card advantage that goes away with Verdict.
Yep.
So
I already played a land this turn.
Okay.
Okay, so now I could spin one more time, but I'd have to use a Thopter. I think I'm willing to do that. Spin.
Yep.
And can't play that either. And then we'll attack here.
So this is 3, 6, 8. So this is
9.
9. So yeah, 9. So that's 16.
10. Yep.
Yeah. I go to 3.
10, 11, 12,
Yeah, I guess. Well,
16.
I guess I can activate. Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, don't attack
yep,
with that.
Yep.
So, but we'll leave the Thopter
Okay.
and go. So I go to 5.
Okay, your turn. Yeah, now if you do find Supreme Verdict, I just have a bunch of clues to try to restock, as well as this nice little card in hand.
So we can path the tracker, chump block the construct for a turn. We're still behind on all these cards from the Urza. So, and if I... Yeah, I'll just pass. There's still no point in Mystic Sanctuary.
Okay. Now you are at 5, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll attack with this. Before blocks, animate on the stack, Assassin's Trophy that.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So I drew Rest in Peace multiple times in the post-board games and never really wanted to cast it.
Yeah. Rest in Peace doesn't do much post-board. Stony Silence can still get me occasionally, but...
Yeah, Stony Silence is like actively good. But not, it's not a shutdown card by any means. But Rest in Peace did not even seem that good at all.
No, not really.
Honestly, to the point where I don't think I should have brought them in. I think it would have been better to just have 4 snaps and a logic.
Yeah, because I don't really try to combo post-board. But anyways, we're going to be talking about Urza all day, and we are a little behind, so we are going to get to match 2. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break here, and then we'll be right back with more Versus Live.